Hi, and welcome back to another EPC Teardown Guide. Today, we'll be taking a look at the HP Elite Dragonfly Max, a very lightweight and portable option from HP with a i7 11th gen processor. Very straightforward to take apart, so today we'll show you how. Now let's get into it. So we'll start by getting this back cover off. You'll see there are 5 screws holding it in place. Use a T4 hex bit to get them out. Just be a little careful with these screws because they do have a textured top. So if you end up struggling to get the screw out, you might end up damaging that top. Alright, now to get this back cover off. If I'm remembering correctly, there's tabs in this front end, meaning I need to pry from the back end. There we go. Yep, as we can see, there's the tabs there. So now we can swap out that T4 bit for something a bit smaller. Excuse my 0 Phillips. So we'll start as always by getting the battery out of here. You'll see it's surrounded by 9 of these labeled M2x3 screws. So let's get all of those out of there. And then disconnect the battery. It's a winged connector, so you can just grab it from both sides and pull it out gently. Now the whole battery should come up and away. Well, right, let's get this SSD out of here. For this model, it's underneath this little covering. Might be there to protect the capacitors, maybe there to spread the heat, not quite sure. But it's just this one large silver Phillips screw. And we just picked it up just enough to pull it out. Now let's get this CPU heatsink off. We have to do that. At least we don't necessarily have to do that to get that out, but we'll have to unscrew it anyways, so I consider it part of it. The fan bit is held on by 3 screws, one of which, this one, and this one, are going to be long. It should come straight out. Versus this one, which is short. And then we have the screws holding the heatsink itself on. There's just 4 of those in the corners, captured to the heatsink itself. Now I gotta make sure we disconnect this little connector. It should just pull right out. As always, try and pull from the plastic head, not the cables, so you don't end up damaging the cables. Then we can gently pry this thing up and away. It is tucked into this part right here, so you'll have to lift it up just a little bit and then pull towards yourself to get it out. Now, to get the board itself out, well, relatively simple matter. We have a few things left to do. We've got these connectors up here, the Wi-Fi connectors, the display connectors that hold it to the display itself. This connector can just be pulled up and away. This one you'll need to pull back a little bit of plastic and then Gently push away from yourself to get it out of its housing. No locking bar on that connector. And then the Wi-Fi cables, which as usual, make sure you gently pry away. You don't want to put too much torque on them, otherwise you can break the connectors. Gently try and pop them directly away from the Wi-Fi chip itself. We also have a handful of ribbon cables around it. We've got this one connected to the daughter board on the side. We will take that cable out, though we'll leave the daughter board itself in there today. Generally, I find the easiest thing to do is just put something underneath, so that way you can pull it away without trying to put too much torque on the cable. These ones are a little bit easier. You can also use a pair of pliers. If you can get out of that bend, you can pull it right away. And then you have the speaker cable right here. It comes right out. You'll have to be wary of this little daughter board right here, which connects to the audio port. We can get that out of there. It's just two of these small Phillips screws. It should just come up and away. There it goes. Oh, looks like that connector wasn't in very well because it came out without me even disconnecting it. Alright, and with that, we should just have a few screws holding in the board itself. One there, and then one right up there, slightly behind this cable you removed earlier. Again, you can see a label on the board right next to the screws. It'll say M2x3, same screws you use to take the battery out. I do love it when they use universal screws for the majority of a board, but not every manufacturer is so, well, you can call it forward thinking or lazy, whichever you'd like. With that, there should be nothing holding the board in except friction, so just pull it up and towards yourself, and that pulls it right out. There's a few other connections you can see still in there, things such as the speakers, this daughter board over here. It looks like this touchpad comes out, as well as a few of these miscellaneous connections over here. But that'll be all we're doing for today. And that's how you tear down the HP Elite Dragonfly Max.
Don't feel like doing a teardown yourself? Have not just one, but hundreds of devices taking up space? EPC is a global leader in the ITAD field, and it's our goal to reduce e-waste and give devices a second chance. Reach out to us today to learn more.